Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody is having a great Sunday. Well, today we are working on the Maydear pre-stamped cross-stitched, and it's the autumn house. And we're going to be working right down here in these crazy pumpkins and trying to get them done. But before we start, yesterday I was watching Ellen's Power Hour. Everybody knows Ellen. And she was working on this pattern. So she had a, what do you call it? A link. And it's www.leslietear. I think that's how you say the name. Let me try to brighten that up a bit. And I pulled this one. It's a PDF. And while I was there, I got this one. Isn't that just fabulous? So, I got my little car after I printed it all off and had to change the color ink, of course, to go to the, well, I call it the sewing store because they don't have much other than my thread. And they do have material, but they're mostly geared to quilting stuff. So, yeah, to get my thread, and they were closed. So that'll have to wait until at least Tuesday, because tomorrow I work 10 to 6. But yeah, I thought these two were just absolutely stunning. Had to get, not real famous about all this, but we'll see. I might be able to just do the inside part with that light blue and just skip all the rest. I don't know. It depends how difficult it is. And I believe I have some pale blue Ada that I can do this on. And I have some pale pink about the color, that light color that's in there of pink. And that's what I'm going to do that on. And they're both Ada fabric. So yeah, they were well worth it. I think in American dollars, because she is overseas, I think it was about, $12 or $13, something like that. I can't remember what the conversion was, but they were not terribly expensive at all. So I just went ahead and got that. I'm hoping number 36. Yep, that's what I'm using. And it's color 919 DMC. So I bet you thought you weren't having a video today. Oh my goodness. My daughter called me at 9 o'clock this morning, and she was talking about what she was going to do while her husband had to go run off and do something else for his dad. And so we got to talking, and I ended up volunteering, which is fine, to help her clean up the kitchen and the front room, because they got new furniture and everything kind of got slammed here and slammed there and, you know, disorganized. So I just got back from that, and it's about 12:30, quarter to 1. So we're a little behind today, but that's okay. I was there for about 3 hours, and my back is done. So we got as much of it as we could, because neither one of us are in too great of shape as far as, we didn't have to lift so much. It's just bending over and sorting through stuff. And oh yeah, it was great. But we got it done. We got it taken care of. But we didn't get too much progress, but we got a dent in it. What can I say? I got to move that up there a little bit so you can see what the heck is going on. Where am I? So, yeah. So that consumed my morning, and I was ready to come home. I'd just about done enough. Not nearly enough to finish it, but, you know, we're not those people. Because her shoulders are killing her, so we just do what we can, and then next time we'll start in again. So No big deal. It'll get done when it gets done. And she got a new washer and dryer this weekend, so that moved all that stuff out in that area. So, yeah. So we had some stuff to sort through. You know, you just pick stuff up and just move it and then get what you need in so it's not sitting outside rotting or anything or getting wet. Not that it has rained or snowed, so we'll just kind of do a little bit at a time. And let's see, what else did we do? That was about it. We were going to do lunch, but Grandma decided she'd had enough. She's ready to go home. So I went to the grocery store and I bought dinner and go from there. Did go to the post office again yesterday because I had to go look for something. I can't remember. Oh, I was looking for that thread, so I thought, well, I'll just stop, and it was later in the day. And still haven't gotten any of that stuff in that's coming from Italy or China. So, we'll see. But I would like to get the threads for those other things so that I can get them started. I'll show you the threads after I go and get them. And let's see. Last night I worked on Midnight Watch by Blackbird. I'm doing it on 28 count wheat from Zweigart. So, yay. I got a little bit of it done. Worked a little bit more on the, what do you call it, that ornament that I'm doing for the 12-month Christmas ornament sale. Now, if you'd like to join in, just join right in and do your own thing. And I do have an Instagram, so you can add your pictures, you know, as you go along. But we're trying to get them fully finished within the month. But, you know, as I'm going, I'm not getting them fully finished. So I might have a fully finishing, what do you call it, video one day and get the 3 or 4 that I do have done. I think it's 3. But yeah, the deer's almost done. So we're getting there. Hopefully it'll be done. But I just wanted to work on my 28 count and see how that would go. Oh, I was watching Nicola Parkman. Is it Nicola or Nicola Parkman? I can never get that right. Hands Across the Sea, and she bought a new antique sampler. Oh, it is gorgeous. It will be lovely when she gets done. It's not too small either. I'm sure it's done on small thread, but it'll be a big one. But it is absolutely beautiful. So if you catch her video that she put out today, oh my goodness. Yeah, you just want to eat it up. It's just beautiful. Just beautiful. But it won't be out for some time because she's just started to, what do you call it? What is the word? Charting it. And it's just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Well, come on, thimble. Do stay on my finger. So that's about all I've accomplished. Didn't accomplish much yesterday. I went looking for a shelf for one of those bookshelves. I needed an extra shelf to put in there. Ah, crap. Lost the thread again. Yeah. And I had somebody, oh, anyway, I couldn't find the right side shelf, so I will look on Amazon to see if there's anything that they have there. But, yeah. I need an extra shelf for this bookcase, so I don't know if I can even find one or not, but we'll look on Amazon. Haven't been there yet. And somebody, before I forget, asked me if it mattered what your back looked like. Now, I only got a couple little rules that I do. This is me personally, not anybody else, just me. But if the fabric is light and the thread is dark, now this, it doesn't matter so much, you know what I mean, about what I'm going to tell you. If it's real light and your thread is real dark, you don't want to travel from one place to the next, because your thread, when you finish it and put it like in a frame or something, it will show up. So be cautious of that. But as you can see, this is my back, and it looks like absolute hell back here. But you know, in the end, nobody's going to care about what the back looks like. As far as I'm concerned, you know, unless you're a complete perfectionist, I really wouldn't let it bother you. You know, I am not one of those that you could turn it over and it looks exactly like the other side. That ain't going to ever happen. Not with me. So just be careful of going from, like if you were going to go over here and stitch on the back, and that's going to show when you frame it, then end your thread. Or, now another thing that I do is, we'll pretend this is the back. If you have to get, say, from here to there, and it's going to show, I weave the thread, this is underneath, mind you, to over where I gotta be. Instead of going from point A to directly to point B, I go around the whole thing and get where I need to be. It doesn't have to be perfect, just slip it into a few stitches so that it'll come out where you want to be. But other than that, I wouldn't let it bug you. But if you're a perfectionist, that's fine. Do as you will. Can't get it in there. So that's my rules. So, and I've been real careful with the ones that I'm stitching, you know, now, especially on the even weave. I almost said uneven weave. On the even weave fabric, you know, some of it, it's not going to matter. It's never going to show up. Now, another person did say that, let's say you had some places where, you know, there was a little flower, you know, bing, 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 and you didn't want to do that. If you put a dark background behind your fabric, it kind of evens everything out. So you don't have to worry about where the stitches, you know, are. I just make it a rule not to travel too far. And if I have to travel, you know, in a small area, I just do what I told you. I just go right underneath the stitches to get to where I have to be. Does that make sense? I hope. But other than that, I really don't care what the back looks like, because what in the heck is going on here? Hang on. We got an issue. I was busy talking. Did you see that? Look at that big old stitch. That big old fat stitch. Oh, good Lord. There we go. We'll get it out of there. I got in the wrong corner. So, yeah. I hope that answers somebody's question as far as, you know, does it matter? The only time it matters is if you're traveling across a light colored fabric with a dark thread. For my benefit. That is my pet peeve. I hate that. Hang on, I gotta get my needle thread. Oh, I saw some really cool needle threaders. I believe I was on Facebook, and they were kind of round, and they were about as flat as my thumb, and they had the little hook sticking out. I don't know where, I don't remember the company, but they looked like, and they were pretty. This part was set in like an oval shape, So all that stuck out were the needle threaders end of it, you know, this round hook part. I thought that was pretty cool. Now mine, I got them at Amazon, 100 for like $5. Okay, let's try not to do that again. What is going on? So hopefully that will answer everybody's question. Let me pull you down here a little bit. Make it a little brighter. I got a light on it. I got natural light. So hopefully you can see this. But yeah, you learn a few things along the way in your stitching journey. And just what you're willing to put up with, or if you're capable of making those things, you know, or making them happen. Now see, my deal is, I don't like specialty stitches. I never did. I don't want to have to learn something new. I just want to cross stitch. And I haven't ordered the O-feathers yet. Speaking of, somebody did tell me that it was straight cross stitch, which, you know, I can handle. So they don't have the silky threads though. I was pretty well pissed about that. So I'll just wait a little bit. It's on my, I've got to have that. Just got to have it just because it's a peacock. Because I do love me some peacocks. Just trying to finish up some of these grays that are scattered through here. That's the, what do you call it? The symbol that I'm looking for. This has 52 colors, and it does have back stitching. So it's got it all printed across the bottom. You can see part of it. But right here at the end, it does show you this long straight stitch is your back stitch, but it does say back stitch. And then at the other end, it says full, where is it? Full stitch. So all these are the full stitch symbols. Now that's all that's in here is a little bit of back stitch. I think, let me look at the picture. That is, if I can find it. Oh, here it is. It's buried as usual. I'm sure there's some back stitching in the here and maybe in the trees a little bit, and maybe perhaps on the bicycle a bit, but not too much. Not too much. Just, you know, scattered all over the whole thing, and it's huge. So I keep saying I'm going to work on these after I get off here, but then I find 50 other things that, you know, heaven forbid I don't work on. I tried to work on Narnia yesterday, and something went wrong with it, so I put it away. Now, here, I'll show you this. So, the next, just this time, let me see if I can get this down here where you can see what I'm doing. Alright, so the next symbol, I am up here. That's the last stitch that I took. So, to get down here, oh, maybe that's purple. It'll be fine. What I do is turn it over and put my finger right where I need to be. So I just kind of loop through, whoops, I caught something else, and come out right over here. So therefore it's not shoo, like a straight line. And then I can stitch on these that are down here. And I do the same thing for Ada or even weave. And I find myself having to use that method more when I'm working on counted cross stitch, but I have used it. I didn't need to be there. Those are purple. You know, I use it more on counted cross stitch. Oh, and I was watching Mama Loves You GB, and she is working on that Quaker Sampling 3 by With My Needle. I think it's With My Needle. Let me see. Is there any more grays down there? These are purples. Oh, the gray's right there. All right. And yes, I put a knot in the end of my thread because, you know, I'm just can't help myself. What can I say? It is what it is. And I don't care. Why should anybody else care? I mean, nobody that is ever going to look at this or receive it after I'm gone is going to care what the back looks like. So it is perfectly fine in my book. There's no rules, and there's no stitchy police, you know? Trying to get it where I need it to be. Now see, it's getting kind of worked up. You know, it's easier to hang on to in my hand. And so it's softer and easier to hang on to. And this has serged edges, if you can see that. So it doesn't cut into your hand while you're hanging on to it. And I have seen people put these in Q-snaps. My hands are not that strong, and I just cannot do that. So if you can do that, and you'd like to do that, go for it. I just cannot hack that. So I just get it where it needs to be and roll up what I need out of my way and just stitch. So yeah, I get to work tomorrow 10 to 6, and then Tuesday from 2 to 9. Tuesday and Wednesday, sorry. And yeah, then I get Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. And then my daughter informed me that she's going to be working nights. Starting maybe in May. I don't know if she has to wait that long or not. Because the kids will be going to school. Or, excuse me, let's try that again. The kids will be getting off of school towards the end of May. And then her husband will be home, by 4:30 or so. And they also can go to, they have a Boys and Girls Club here, and they like to do that after school. So sometimes that helps out, you know, especially if he has something he has to do after work, like to help somebody with a vehicle or whatever. Well, we got all that done, kids. And yes, I have a lot of stuff sticking out there. A lot of threads, I just leave them. And then I know about where I'm at. But what we can do, whoops, sorry, got it all bent out of shape. We'll get that thread out of the way. I don't know if that's blue or what color. I think it's green. That one is. I'd have to match it up, but I do know that I forgot what I was going to say. I have no idea. I know what these are right here. Oh, crap. Got it started from the wrong side, and I cannot, for the life of me, stitch it. So we're going to have to go in another direction, or this little girl ain't going to get that. Okay, let me go back. Okay. Oh, while I was at my daughter's, this thing's filthy, it needs to be cleaned, but she had an extra pencil box, so that's what I'm going to put the sulky thread in. And then she had one of these, and I'm going to use that when I get the beaded cross stitch stuff. I don't know how many colors they'll have. Probably way more. Now, I have bought some of those, what do you call them? Oh, they're little containers. I don't think I have any out. No, but they're about that big around, and they're about that deep. You've seen me use them. I'm sure of it. For putting the beads in, because you can screw the top on, and if you drop it, it's not going to come undone, which I have dropped. But I've got those off of Amazon, and I got some actually from Diamond Art Club. I bought something on Diamond Art Club at one point, and you got that as a free gift, and it was one that had 12 of those bottles in it. So we'll have to see. Sometimes I can just work out of the baggies if they have nice, resealable baggies. So that works. We'll almost finish this yellow color. But it was just hanging fire, so we might as well just go from there. I would love to finish this corner in all these colors, but don't know that that'll be happening. I want to finish that reindeer. I'm going to finish him today, so help me. It's just the way it is. Oh, got some. Isn't that beautiful color? Yeah, I don't do tatting. Somebody said it was tatting thread. But, my grandma and I tried that, and that crap didn't work at all. We were just not into that. And I can't crochet small enough to crochet doilies with that thin of thread. Oh, it doesn't happen. I tried, and mine turned out, some people's are nice and stiff, and not stiff, but consistent. I am not consistent with real thin crocheting thread. Not happening. But I sure would love to do those, what do you call them? Pineapples. I know somewhere I have a book on pineapple doilies. Oh, God, they're so cute, gorgeous. I even tried to do a tablecloth. Yeah, that didn't work out so lot either. So I guess I'll just have to end up buying them, if you can. But they are beautiful. They're just, I don't even have a table to go on, please. What can I say? But I love them. They are just absolutely stunning. Okay, gotta stop there, because that's the end of that. So, yeah, there's just some things I am not capable of dealing with. And hardanger, oh Lord, that's at the top of the list. It's like Mirabilia. Nope. Now, some of them Mirabilias, I'm trying to talk myself into it. The problem with me and them is money. As far as, that's a lot of money to invest on something that might not get done. But I sure think they're gorgeous. Might just buy them for the pictures, like everything else. Okay, we got that color done. Now, let's see here. Yep, okay. This is the green. So, we might as well just finish these loose hanging threads. I mean, they're just out there. It gets that much more of it done, right? And it's going in the right direction for a change. I watched 2 movies on Netflix last night. They were Bollywood movies. I love Bollywood movies. Some of them. I don't like the, what do you call them? Shoot 'em up, bang, bang. I like the romance crap. There's one, it's called Yoda Akbar. And I even own the copy of that. I just watched it on Netflix. But it's really a good movie. It has subtitles. But I just love all the colors and all the history and that kind of thing. But, yeah. So every once in a while I have to do that, and it's one I own, so I don't have to, what do you call it? I don't have to watch that close. I know what's going on. I don't have to read every subtitle. But they sure are pretty. I got all that thread out for that gray symbol, but just didn't need it right here in this area for some reason. I thought there was more of it, so I would have left it, but I'll just tie it on to whatever's left of the thread and just go from there. So, and it's about 1:30, so it'll probably be 3 o'clock before I get this video on, but sorry. Today was a little bit consumed. Actually, what I need is a nap. But we're just going to try to power through it. I'm taking 2-hour naps for 3 days. Some days are like that. And been going to bed at like midnight or whatever, and I'm out cold. Just out cold. Not like I've been doing a whole lot to wear myself out, but every once in a while you just gotta have some. Get some extra sleep, I guess. So hopefully tomorrow will go okay. I haven't worked a day at the beginning of the week. I'm usually there on Friday and don't have much to do. So we'll see. And it's not summer yet, so people aren't still traveling, so it won't be too terribly bad. Usually you get the people that are just there for the weekend, and they go home on Sundays, so Sundays are busier than Mondays. All right. Well, we about got them pumpkins done. All right. Let's see where we're at here. All right, guys. Well, I think, what in the world? Oh, I got the other thread. I don't want to undo that because they're so pretty. All right, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell. And that way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Wash your hands. And we will see you tomorrow. God bless.